Okay. Change of plans. Let's have our last type of topic. I guess there's one. It's like two, but they're kind of combined. One of them is, fuck, I just had it, now I'm blanking because there's people getting out of their car right over there. It's really cold. Oh, okay. So, one thing is, I like to ask strangers what their favorite movie is, because I think it's really interesting. I haven't added to the list I have in a while, but I was keeping a list in my phone of everybody's answers, especially when I was working at the restaurant, because I was a host, so I got to interact with some people. So I would tend to ask, and sometimes, not always, because I've gotten a lot more introverted over as time's gone on. But I still sometimes do ask what people's favorite movie is, because it's just interesting. So, leave a comment of what your favorite movie or movies are. No pressure. You don't have to. Or if you change your mind, it's okay. I'll never know. Or you can tell me, and then I will know. And that's okay. I got a shit ton of favorite movies. Anyways, the other day I was downtown with my new buddy. I'm kind of making friends. I'm not at a point of making friends enough that I'm crazy, like comfortable with them, but we are like friends. And I think that's really nice for me, because I do really need friends in my life right now, but I'm really not looking for. I am still yelling. Holy fuck. It's like aggressive, and I can tell. My posture is awful right now. Anyways, I'm not really looking for a friendship where it's like we have long, full conversations every single day. Like, there can be like a few texts back and forth every day. Like, that's fine. But even if it's like a few days apart, and like we don't need to see each other every day, maybe we see each other every week, or whatever, where it's not such a giant friendship or relationship that becomes like especially with men, no offense to any of you guys, this is just a pattern I've noticed. Sorry, I'm trying to you can hear the strain in my voice, so I'm trying to chill out with it. A lot of men, again, not all, but a lot of men tend to end up struggling with female friendships. Like, a lot of them, when you give certain men attention, or even look them in the eyes long enough, they think they're in love, when it's not that. They just haven't gotten attention, or I don't know, I don't get it. But when you spend too much time and give too much attention, or what's so sad is I've wanted to get really good at eye contact this on my 20th year, so from June to next June. But it's really sad, because I've wanted to get really good at eye contact, but again, not all, but when you look a lot of men in the eyes for too long, I mean, you can just see it, man. They immediately assume that you're in love with them, and that it means you're gonna be forever together, and it's I'm not interested in that. And I've been very, very clear about my boundaries with these people. Do some of them still fucking break it and don't take it seriously? Yeah, it's crazy. But I have been very fucking clear with these people. So having those friendships that are not quite high maintenance, I mean, I'm gonna be there to talk if they need to talk, it's still a friendship, but not that. I don't want to feel like I have a posse of 14-year-old boyfriends. Not that these people are, all of them are like in their 30s, but you know, they end up giving the vibe where they text you, think, I'm yelling again. Holy shit. I'm so sorry. I'm not meaning to yell at you. My posture is horrid. Yeah, a lot of men who are lonely have immediately upon getting, starting a female friendship or any form of, even like sometimes acquaintances, like they tend to react poorly and start sending weird little jealous texts. The amount of fucking weird ass texts I have gotten from my like new friends is crazy. Somehow it's so fucking insane to people that I go to the theater alone. How dare I? They always have to send this text that feels like a weird jealous text that they're trying to make sure. It doesn't matter. It's frustrating, but whatever. Before this I was talking about strangers' favorite movies, so we're just gonna go back there. About the strangers' favorite movies. I was downtown with a new friend of mine, and we went into like a Dutch Bros, and I decided to oh my god, I decided to ask the dude there what his favorite movie was, and I like to clarify sometimes, being like, well, there's no pressure because most likely we will never see each other again, so if it's actually something else, I'll never know. Don't feel embarrassed, you know? Like, I get that it's a hard question, and if you have multiple, you have multiple. I don't know. I had to clarify because I don't want a fake ass answer. You don't have to say The Godfather to seem cool. Like, that means nothing to me. Like, it means nothing. Or just, you know, some Tarantino movie. If it's actually your favorite, like, you know what? I respect it. But if it's just like trying to seem like you're cool or whatever, I don't know. I just don't love it. I have a whole thing about that. But also, hold up. Let me go into a tiny little tangent here about Tarantino. I do like some of Tarantino's movies. I haven't seen all of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do really like Jackie Brown. That one's nice. And I do think he is a great director, and I can respect that. And my whole thing with it though is how there's the film bro type who have these, like, you know, the most basic movies that they try to act like they're so cool for seeing, or they'll, you know, be like, oh, Tarantino or Wes Anderson is my favorite director. Which I also think a lot of Wes Anderson stuff is just phenomenal. I've seen a lot more of his. Holy cow. I really like the Grand Budapest Hotel. Back in like middle school maybe, we used to go to the Family Video, which was like a Blockbuster ripoff, but in the like late 2010s. Maybe even the early 2010s, I don't know. When I was a kid, we used to go to the Family Video and just rent movies and games and stuff, and that's one of them I picked out, mostly just for the cover, and I made my parents watch it with me. But I do really like that. Anyways, I do think they are both great directors. It makes me sad when somebody so immediately is like, oh, Tarantino's my favorite filmmaker or favorite director. Wes Anderson's my favorite filmmaker, director, you know, whatever. And here is my thing. I will respect it if you have gone and explored other people's work, like intentionally explored. It doesn't even have to be all, but like a little bit or a decent amount of I'm still yelling, this is crazy, of somebody else's filmography. And it's not like my favorite director is like weird and indie. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be who you genuinely like love. Like, Guillermo del Toro is my favorite director, obviously. And goddamn, he is popular as fuck. It doesn't have to be some weird, obscure person. It's just has to be someone you connect with, really. And if you haven't even really put in any effort or given a chance to another filmmaker, it's just like kind of sad, and it feels like a cop-out answer. But if you have, and Tarantino is genuinely your favorite, you know what? I respect it. It's just the people who haven't even, you know, like, tried anyone else's work. I don't know. It feels lazy and like makes me a little bit sad. Tiny little list of some of my favorite directors. Let's go through the basic ones. Guillermo del Toro, obviously. Yorgos Lanthimos, genius. Fuck, I love him. Ari Aster, duh. Even though he's notoriously a diva, I've heard. Greta Gerwig, duh. Noah Baumbach, duh. I love that they're married. They're having a baby. Luca Guadagnino, I think that's how you say it. Love him. At this point, Bradley Cooper now. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just, you know, spitballing now. Who else? There's more. There is more. I think Jordan Peele is a fucking genius. Like, it's crazy. That man is a genius. Who else? There's more. What the fuck? I'm such a fake fan. You know what? I actually hate movies. I hate directors, if you can't tell. Fuck. Who else? Oh, I feel so stupid. Hold up. Let's go through that list and I'll give you a couple recommendations, I guess. Guillermo del Toro, my favorite movie of all time is Crimson Peak, 2015, gothic horror romance. It's glorious. Just watch it. Or Nightmare Alley is phenomenal. It's great. Seeing it in color and black and white, because it's not just simply a black and white filter. It's like they're two different experiences. I got to see it in the theater in black and white. I didn't get to see it in color though, but I got to see it in the theater in black and white, which is exciting. I've been trying to get everyone to watch Kronos. Just his debut. It's just like, I just like it. It's just fun. And I enjoy it, gosh. But, I mean, of course, you can go for Pan's Labyrinth or The Shape of Water. Both great movies. Hellboy. Blade 2. Anyways. I'm not gonna just list all of his movies. That's a lot less helpful. What are the like top ones off the top of my head? Probably Crimson Peak, Nightmare Alley, Kronos. Okay, I really gotta my phone's dying. Okay. So, obviously, Crimson Peak, Nightmare Alley, Kronos. God, I think The Shape of Water is just beautiful. Man, that movie is just so wondrous. Oh, wow. Pinocchio, which I got to see in the theater. God, Pinocchio's glorious. Oh, I'm so excited for Frankenstein. We will talk about this later though, because I need to not go on a giant spiel because my phone is dying. But I'm so excited about Frankenstein. Oh my god. I'm so excited about Frankenstein. We will talk about it on a later date because I don't have an hour and a half to continuously talk right now. So, because I gotta go soon. My phone's at 20% and it's dying. Anyways, let's do some more. Gosh, I immediately blanked with everything. Yorgos Lanthimos is, of course, also great. Even his most recent Kinds of Kindness, I adore that one, which I saw twice in the theater, and then I really enjoyed it those first 2 times, and then a few months later, which honestly, like a couple months ago, I connected with it a lot more than I already did really connect with it, but I had made some personal discoveries in my life, and just some things that changed, and it just hit a different level. Because, oh, it makes me so sad, the people that I saw on like TikTok and stuff that are like, this movie sucks, it makes no sense, you know, like it just, goddamn, you're not trying to understand. I think so many people now lack film literacy and just don't fucking care, and don't like when stuff isn't like completely realistic. We're gonna come back around to that point with the substance. Anyways, Yorgos Lanthimos is basically everything I've seen of his, because I haven't seen every single movie, just the majority. His stuff tends to be like, you gotta think about it. It's not just saying, it's not just, you know, it's not just telling you the moral of the story. It's like you gotta sit and interpret it. And especially Kinds of Kindness. And so many people were just so fucking lazy and just immediately wrote it off and were like, this is stupid, it doesn't make sense. I did see some people like so confused why the 3 parts of it didn't, like, they weren't combined, you know, like they weren't distinctly, like, they were 3 different stories, and because they didn't specifically link up, you know, people were like, what do you mean, like, that's stupid. It's like, you aren't getting the point. It's in the most broad way, about how people crave acceptance, community, love, friendship, to be seen. Very, 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 very bold on people being, gosh, people really needing community is a really, really big thing, I think. But how far would you go for those things? How far do you go for someone you love, or to be accepted by someone you love, whether it's healthy or not? Basically, these ones are unhealthy. But, you know, how much of yourself do you sacrifice for others, for, you know, these friendships? How much of your life do you sacrifice just to be part of a community? And you lose a sense of self. How far do you go for those who you love? What will you do? You're gonna kill a man? You want to cut out your own liver? Just the human need for social interaction, I guess. We're social creatures. We crave connection and love and, you know, other people, you know. God, I probably sound stupid, but there's the most brief kind of idea. I have lots more thoughts about it, but those are the I don't know, the simplified version. I just think that is really, I'm currently at a point in life with some of the very big events that have happened as of late, that's become something that really it affects you, you know, and it hit me in a way. It's kind of like, I don't know if I finished this thought earlier about the Banshees of Inisherin. God, I haven't finished most of my points. That's crazy. With the Banshees of Inisherin, it's about a friendship breakup, and I had seen it at that perfect moment around that anniversary of that friendship breakup, and I connected with it in a way, and I think it's beautifully written. It looks gorgeous. Jenny the donkey is great. Colin Farrell's great. It's a really good movie, and I saw it when I really needed to see it. Anyways, the thing with people's favorite movies, I was out downtown at this Dutch Bros, and I'd asked the guy working there what his favorite movie was, and I'd reassured him that I'll probably never see him again. And he told me is it 2004 or 2005? Pride and Prejudice, which I have on DVD. Great movie. I love that movie. And he did tell me though that he's glad I did say that I'll probably never see him again, because he wouldn't have been honest if he knew that he would see me again, you know? So he's embarrassed about liking Pride and Prejudice, a fantastic movie. That's just really sad to me. But I also love the fact that that's his favorite movie, like Pop Off King. Anyways. Back to Yorgos Lanthimos really quick. So some of my favorites, obviously, as I just went on a mini tangent, Kinds of Kindness. The Killing of a Sacred Deer is good. You know what? Here, I'm restarting my list. The definite number one favorite of his, like, my favorite of his is definitely The Lobster. If you have not seen it, watch it. It is fantastic. Anyone I have showed it to, we talk about it for days afterwards, you know? It's just a really good movie. So The Lobster, I really loved Kinds of Kindness. I saw Poor Things last Christmas. I saw The Killing of a Sacred Deer in the theater, and that was really good. It's the impossible question, you know? But all I wanted to do when I got home was like, Mother, here's this scenario. Which one of us do you kill? Which of course she didn't actually answer. But because it's the impossible question, you know? So if you want to have a good and fun time, watch it with one of your parentals and ask them who they would kill. You know what? Get the whole family together. Let's have a round table discussion. Everybody list who they would murder. Now that would probably destroy families. Not good. Anyways, yeah, those are probably my favorites of his. Yeah. I also really love Luca Guadagnino. I think that's how you say his name. Like everybody else, I adore Call Me By Your Name. I also really love the book. When I first read it was when I was suspended I was like in school suspension that's a lore drop we'll go into a different day. I was in school suspension, and for those like 3 days, all I did was read. And I read first the entirety of The Rules of Attraction, which is my favorite book ever. Another topic we can get into a different day. And Call Me By Your Name. And it's one of my favorite love stories to ever exist. I think it's really beautiful. I think it's really meaningful that it's not just I really dislike when it just gets boiled down to being a queer romance movie. Because is it a queer relationship? Sure. But I don't think it should be defined by that. I think this is like fucked up, and it shouldn't be how it is. But for a lot of people, that kind of turns them off from a movie, and that's really sad, you know. But there's so many, you know, unaccepting people in this world. So labeling it as that, it feels like it's reducing it to I don't know, just not that all queer romances are like this, but because of how rare they are, it feels like a lot of, at least the ones I've seen, like fucking Love, Simon. It's so dictated and driven by the fact that they are queer instead of just like being a love story, which isn't inherently a negative thing, but I think one of the aspects that's so beautiful about Call Me By Your Name is that it wouldn't matter if they were, obviously, if they're both men, they're both women, if it's a man and a woman, you know, it doesn't matter. Or whatever you identify, it could be anything, you know? And I think that's really, really beautiful, because it feels like such a real love story. And when I first read it, I was really in 17, and I'm having an awful time in life. I'm a little bit blue, and the way Elio thinks in it was exactly how my mind works. I need to read it again, because I don't know if I would fully feel that way, but maybe I would. I know the way he thinks is very, very immature, and I like to think I'm more mature. I'm definitely at least a little bit more mature than me at 17, but Lord only knows how much, especially when it comes to love. But I think it's really beautiful how just real and raw it is, and how it isn't dictated by the fact that it's queer. It's just a love story. And also, spoilers for the end, spoilers. They don't end up together, and I think that was a very powerful choice. Because, you know, not all relationships will last. And no matter how much it hurts, here I'm preaching things that I'd still, I'm preaching things that I do not practice. So this is hypocritical, but, not all relationships are meant to last forever, and that's devastating. That's really hard. I don't do well with grief. I have a very, very hard time losing people. And again, I am preaching things I don't practice. But some people are meant to be in your life forever, and I think it's very powerful to choose to, you know, cut that, like, just, they're very meaningful to each other, and it will be something they will remember forever, you know? But it's not happily ever after. I don't know, I just think that's very real, and I think it's a very real and beautiful and human love story. Who cares? What the fuck am I going on about? Anyways, a fantastic movie. Bones and all is great. It's exciting to see people talking about it, you know, and like kind of understanding it. Just amazing movie. Suspiria is weird as hell and great. You know what I haven't seen by him, but I really love the original? The swimming pool. I think he called it like Bigger Splash or something, I don't know. But the original one is a French film that's called The Swimming Pool. And I love that movie. I love it. You should go watch it if you haven't. But I haven't seen his version. I should watch it. It probably is good. Anyways, let's move on. Greta Gerwig is fantastic. Everything she's ever put out is great. Noah Baumbach is one of my favorites. Marriage Story is one of my favorite movies ever. If nothing else, listen to just the beginning when they're reading the letters about each other. It's beautiful. I love that movie. It's great. So many people hate on White Noise for some fucking reason. It's weird. Frances Ha, that was him, right? Love Frances Ha. I feel like her. God, there are so many people around. I'm starting to like hate this. I think I'm just gonna like stop. Maybe I'll record the rest later, but you know, I'm getting anxious, guys. I know I'm not finishing any of those thoughts, which is not great. Okay, my foot's asleep. This is silly. Let me put these boots back on. Anyways, I am kind of sleepy. Oh my god. I should not be struggling this much. It's gonna be really sad to, when I listen to these back, if they, that's awful, if the rain is too loud and it's like, girl, you can't even do that. So, I guess we'll see. Oh my god. These socks are not cooperating right now. They're just... I have them on too fitted already, and then putting them in the boot, it like pushes them up, and then it's like too much, you know? It's uncomfy then, so I'm trying to do this like the correct way. What the fuck? These boots fit me. Why am I struggling? Oh, maybe... Cow. Maybe next time I should not get my foot latched onto the side of it, you know? Silly. Anyways. Oh my god. How are y'all doing? I might post this video before I post any of the other ones. I did edit a massive lore drop video, because one night I don't know, decided to talk too much. And I did edit it, but I don't think I'm gonna post it immediately. A, because the stuff I've been posting has mostly been these like mental health rants and like just sad. My phone's on 10%. Just like sad shit, and I'm sure that's not really the vibe for a lot of people, and they're probably like, girl, talk about anything else. I don't give a fuck about your life. But I might end up posting this one, which is recorded. It's October 15th, 16th? I don't know. 16th. It's October 16th, I think. It's gotta be. Hold up. I'm try to take a thumbnail picture, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna get the fuck home. Okay. But I think it'll be nicer without the cardigan. Okay, I don't know why I'm making, like, I'm not just ending it here. Okay. Oh, my lip line is fucked up. Okay, one last thing that you can join me with. Let me just fix my lip liner for y'all. So I hope you're doing well. If you have anything you think I should talk about, let me know. I always would love suggestions. I also do appreciate the like few of y'all that do watch these, because sorry, because I know it's not a lot of people, but I do really appreciate all of you. I am starting to make friends, but you know, not a lot. And I don't really love immediately trauma dumping everything on these people. And for some reason, I feel comfortable telling strangers on the internet. Or just, you know, there's a lot of time where just things I'm talking about, it's like they don't give a fuck. Holy cow. So, I like to talk to y'all. Yeah, I like to talk to y'all, and I appreciate you guys that are here and want to listen and want to be friends and want to... I don't know how these videos seem. I like to think... Oh. I like to think they're almost like FaceTime call-y, you know? Anyways. God, I need to like leave. I've spent way more time than I meant to. Anyways. Let me know. I'm gonna try to get better about posting. Especially now that this like tripod situation isn't awful. Because there's so many videos I want to post because I just look so ugly. And you don't even know. If you saw them, you'd be like, damn bitch, what the hell is wrong with you? Ugly. And you know what? Fair enough. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get better about recording videos, because if I post more frequently, maybe people will see them. Okay. Anyways, sorry this probably wasn't coherent and I didn't finish a single thought. I need to take my Adderall. I did take my Lamictal though too. Anyways, God, I was so much like, I'm not gonna talk for this long, and then I'm here talking for this long. I also have been yelling this whole fucking video. Why the hell am I yelling? You can literally hear it like affecting my voice. Like I'm losing my voice. Anyways, okay. I'm talking too much. Hold up, let me get closer to y'all. Okay. I appreciate y'all. I love you. I'm excited to talk more later. Yeah. Let me know if I should talk about anything else. And let me know some favorite movies. And whatever else. Let's talk. Anyways. Bye.